Okay, we are back for our sixth and final session of the evening. If you are just tuning in with us, welcome. Okay, our final presentation is Specialized Supports for Students. Our presenters for this session include Alex Balbuena, who is a recent transplant to Dallas from Chicago, where she worked in Chicago Public Schools as a school social worker. She has been with Dallas ISD's Special Education Department for 3 years as a special education social worker, where she works closely with parents, students, families, and campuses in the Parent Services Department. We also have Carisha Bangs, a proud graduate of Dallas ISD's Carter High School. Carisha works closely with school leadership to develop a collaborative support system of special education services to meet the specific and individual needs of campus staff, parents, and students. Over the past 18 years, she has served Dallas ISD as a teacher, a campus administrator, and for the past 3 years, a campus support supervisor. Also presenting, we have Amanda Earnshaw, who is an instructional coordinator for Section 504 Dyslexia Services. She is beginning her 13th year in education, all of which have been in Dallas ISD. In her spare time, she loves to travel to any place that has a beach. So do I, Amanda. If you would, at this time, please help me welcome our presenters. So presenters, if you are ready, I will turn it over to you at this time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. And thank you so much to the entire Office of Family and Community Engagement for hosting this. It's quite a task. If you want to hit to the next slide. So a quick overview of special education. Next slide. Next. So our executive director is Ms. Michelle Brown, and we serve approximately 15,000 students ages 3 to 21 in the special education program in the District of Dallas ISD. There are 6 networks across the district serving all schools, all Dallas ISD schools, and that is the Central Network, the Magnet ACE and Transformation Innovation and Single Gender School Network, the Northeast Network, the Northwest Network, the Southeast, and the Southwest Network. And I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Amanda Earnshaw, who's quickly going to give a review of Section 504 in dyslexia.
Hey, so hi, my name is Amanda Earnshaw, and I am the instructional coordinator for Section 504 in Dyslexia Services. So Section 504 is a federal civil rights law that focuses on the non-discrimination of students with disabilities. The law says that public schools or any other publicly funded facility cannot discriminate against a student based on a disability. These students must be given the same opportunity to participate in academic and extracurricular activities. Section 504 will assist with campuses in providing a quality education to students with disabilities that allows them to achieve their greatest potential and prepares them for future success. Dyslexia Services' mission is to assist students with dyslexia in the achievement of independent literacy skills by providing service and support to students, their parents, and school personnel through identification, instruction, and community awareness. We use 2 main programs to provide interventions to our students, Esperanza and the Wilson Reading System. Esperanza is an explicit, systematic, and sequential Spanish literacy program. Native Spanish speakers in elementary school can begin their dyslexia programming in Esperanza, and then once they have completed the Esperanza program, can transition over to the Wilson Reading System. The Wilson Reading System is a research-based program that directly and systematically teaches the structure of the English language. It is used at the elementary and secondary levels. Both programs help students work on their reading, spelling, and comprehension skills. We are here to assist both you and the campus to meet the students' needs.
Thank you so much, Ms. Earnshaw. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go over how we support our students and families. Next slide. So I'll begin with my department. So I am a social worker with the Parent Services Department, and our mission is to support parents and families of students receiving special education services. And we do that by working with campuses and families to ensure the educational, emotional, and social well-being of students. So this is just an idea of some of the services we provide. So one, we work collaboratively with departments within the district to provide support. So for example, that might be youth and family, psych and social services. Right now, the Office of Family and Community Engagements. It could be really any department within the district. And we do that to support our students and best utilize our resources. Two, we provide educational opportunities for parents, and those are through our educational parent workshops. Three, we assist in resolving concerns regarding special education services. And four, we obtain services in the community. So that might be Social Security, mental health services, financial resources. And these are just an example of some of the services we provide in my department. So here's a quick example of one of those services I talked about. So this is our Virtual Parent Academy. Previously, this was held in person. This year, it'll be virtual to ensure the safety of our staff, family, and students. We'll continue to provide the same educational networking opportunities in both English and Spanish. You know, we'll have one educational seminar, for example. We'll have a seminar, you know, partnering with Psych and Social Services, and then a seminar where it'll be led by our executive director, Ms. Michelle Brown. And this is one of those examples of the educational opportunities that we offer to parents to learn more about special education and how to assist their students. This is another example of how we support our families, and we're not going to go to the links right now just so we don't exit the presentation, but this is our parent resource guide, which can be found on the special education website. And it was created to address needs that arose during the COVID-19 pandemic and continue to needs that have to be addressed, but it includes other resources, including mental health, medical assistance, and more. So I'm going to transition over to campus support, and Ms. Bangs will be speaking. And Parent Services works very closely with campus support. So there are 6 social workers in the department, and each of those social workers are assigned to those individual networks that I referenced earlier that are spread throughout the district. So for example, if your student attends Gaston, they're in the Northeast network, and I'm the social worker assigned to the Northeast network, and Ms. Bangs would be the campus support supervisor. Parent Services and campus support collaborate closely to ensure that academic success and that parent concerns and feedback are received and addressed. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Bangs.
My name is Carisha Banks, and I am one of 6 of the campus support supervisors within the special education department. The Campus Support Division assists administrators and teachers with the implementation of the individualized education plan for a student with disabilities. Each campus is assigned to a campus support team that consists of a supervisor who works collaboratively with campus leadership, a coordinator who specializes in compliance, itinerant teachers who serve as mentor teachers, a lead supervisor for individual evaluation, and a lead supervisor for speech services. The campus support teams are always available to assist campuses with ensuring that students are receiving quality and timely services. When assistance is needed, our first bullet talks about campus support via special education requests for assistance. So campuses have the ability to reach out to their assigned team through an electronic system. And through this system, our teams are able to troubleshoot and monitor campuses' needs. In similar fashion, parents also have the opportunity to request assistance through the Let's Talk system. The campus support team works in conjunction with our social workers and parent services to answer any questions a parent may have regarding their students' programming and services. The campus support team also works to ensure campuses and students have access to the resources and technology necessary to have a successful academic experience. And lastly, campus support works collaboratively to improve, as campus support works collaboratively to improve the implementation of special education services, we provide ongoing professional development, to our educators, as well as through joint presentations with parent services and the social workers throughout the year within the Parent Academy. Those are a few of our services, a few of our many services that we provide, and we are always available to assist.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bangs. So now that we've talked about, the departments and, campus support and parent services, I want to talk about how that special education collaboration works to provide the support to you guys at home, the families, the parents, the students, even the campuses. So we received those concerns, those requests, and as you can see that maybe it's a request for community resources or a campus concern or an academic concern, or even a request for parent support and parent services. So my department receives that. And we address, sometimes it just, is within our department, we address that concern. If it's community resources, we'll make those referrals. If it's, parent support, maybe it's just parent support that is within parent services. But more often than not, it's a huge collaboration between parent services and campus support. And like Ms. Bangs talked about, they have a huge role within the department. I mean, they're one of the biggest teams within their department. So if we receive a request for assistance that involves, campus concern and academic concern or, feedback on that level, we work with campus support to make sure that no needs go unmet, whether a student is learning from home or on campus. And so that is how that collaboration works to support our parents. So now that we've talked previously, thank you. Now that we've talked about how we at the central office level, like to provide support to our families and our parents and our students and our campuses, I want to talk about the resources out there for you guys at home or on the go, as you'll see. So I'm sure you've seen this popping up. I believe they have an ad for it during the waiting time. So the Let's Talk system, it's one of the biggest resources the district has and has implemented this past school year, and it's a huge resource within special education. Again, we're not going to leave the presentation and go to the website, but you can see what it looks like. You can access it 24/7. You can access it through your computer, your cell phone, your tablet. And, if you have a concern that comes up at 9 p.m. and you think, gosh, I don't want to forget this, I want someone to see it first thing in the morning, this is the place to put it in. So this is what you'll see when you go there. You'll see an option of things to select. Obviously, we're from special education in 504, you select special education in 504. And this is what you'll see. You'll see, the greeting, and then you'll see the option to tell us who you are. And really anyone can submit. We've gotten things from community members. We've gotten requests from different districts and obviously parents and family members. And then you let us know kind of what's going on and what the category is. And it goes to a real person, even though it's, you're putting it into a computer. I want to make sure everyone knows you're actually sending this to a real person. So if it's in a category that goes to parent services, I get the notification in my email. It's not something that's automated. It doesn't, just go through a computer, an automated response. A real person reads this when they open their email the next day. So this is one of the biggest resources we use to get those requests for assistance. Of course, we have our intake line that Parent Services uses where you can now call and actually talk to a person. But like I said, this is another huge resource for our families. Another big resource for our parents and families to keep up to date and up to speed on what's happening in special education is our Dallas ISD Special Education Twitter. You don't have to have a Twitter account. I don't, but I still go and check this out. You can just Google DISD SPED on Twitter, and you'll find all the news and events related to special education in Dallas ISD, webinars. Our resource guide was posted on there. Our calendars for our upcoming events and parent services are on there. So it's a great resource when you're not, especially now when we're not actually on campus handing out paper flyers. It's a great place to check and see what's going on. And this is the contact information. This is our intake line where if you don't have access to the internet, if you can't, get on Let's Talk, you can call our parent services number and a social worker will answer. And that is the contact for the director for campus support.
It is now time for our Q&A session. I have the most frequently asked questions from our live Q&A feed, and I will give our presenters the opportunity to answer those questions at this time. Ready, ladies?
Yes.
Okay, first question. How will students that are in a restrictive special education classroom environment, how will they be provided services virtually?
At the moment, students are going to be provided services virtually the same way our gen ed students are going to be provided. We always start with the least restrictive environment. We are currently having our discussions about specific details that our students will have access to specifically for their needs in the virtual setting. So currently we are utilizing the general process and procedures that have been put forward as our starting point. And then as we look at our individual students' programming and services and needs, we will specialize and develop things for them as well.
Okay, so we'll customize them on an individual basis. Okay, great, thank you. The next question, will ARD meetings be held virtually this school year?
Yes, a lot of these questions are coming to me. We will continue with virtual arts to minimize the risk of exposure to, of course, the COVID-19 and our pandemic. We started this spring with our virtual arts, and we've been able to iron out several of the kinks, and I think we've gotten to a point to where we're doing them really well. So we will continue that as necessary.
Okay, that's good to know. How will dyslexia services be provided for those that choose virtual learning?
So we provide services based off of what is stated in the student's IEP or IAP. So we go by what's stated in their paperwork.
Okay, and that'll be provided to them even if
Yes, the parents do have access to that paperwork as well.
And they will receive their services.
Of course they will receive their service.
Right.
Absolutely.
Want that confirmation, great. Okay.
Absolutely they will.
How will students be tested this year for special education services or even dyslexia services? How will they be tested this school year? And I guess they're referencing if they're going to be learning virtually. So those that need testing, how will they be tested if they're learning virtually?
I can take that question. Hello, my name is Veronica Allen. I'm the director for Section 504 and Dyslexia Services. For a student that needs to be referred for Section 504 for evaluation, all they would need to do is reach out to the campus counselor, the Section 504 chair at the campus, as well as, depending, you can be tested for dyslexia either in special education or through Section 504. So depending on what the parent would like, you would either choose the route you would want your child to be evaluated through. So if you want a full individual evaluation, which is full comprehensive evaluation, you would go through special ed. If you specifically just want dyslexia, then you could go through Section 504.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will some of the modifications offered to special education students be modified for virtual learning?
Yes. Students who are in the virtual setting who have modifications or accommodations that require, interaction, we are looking at ways that we can still provide a similar service or to meet their needs. Everything is need-based, so we want to go back and look at the need and then look at how we can provide that virtually.
Okay. It says, as a parent, how do I ensure that the teacher is making the correct modifications for my child?
That's definitely something that we like to encourage parents to communicate with their campus, especially at this, right now, because it's hard. It's easy to start feeling disconnected from your campus. So we really encourage the parents to stay connected with the campus right now and start the communication there. If issues do arise, like I said, we are here to provide support and assisting with that communication, but really we encourage starting at the campus level and talking to the teacher because they are the first line of support and defense and all of that.
Great. Okay, next question. Will students receiving specialized support services be required to take the STAR exam this school year?
This past spring, we did receive an exemption for STAR. We have not heard a decision from the state of Texas yet as to how that will be implemented for this year.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, that's all of our questions. We'd like to thank Alex, Carisha, and Amanda for taking time to present for us this evening and answering all of those questions regarding specialized support services for students. Thank you all.
Thank you.